Listen, block out my voice right now. You feel that pressure in your chest telling you that you ruined God's plan. It's a lie. Silence that voice. The enemy is yelling at you today because he knows what's coming tomorrow. Tomorrow it all ends. Don't move and listen. Tomorrow the enemy falls, the silence is over. The debt, the confusion, and the war. It's not luck. It ends because of a specific action you took. Before you continue, promise me you'll stay until the very last second. What you're about to hear isn't a coincidence. It's your protection. Stay with me. If you stop this video now, you could reopen the door God has already closed. Don't move. Chosen one, look at me. You are here by a higher order. Think about that moment this week when you wanted to surrender or scream, but you chose silence. That silence wasn't weakness. It was a weapon. That moment of restraint was the legal act that sealed the eviction of your enemies. You didn't ruin your destiny. You accelerated it. God paused your schedule today just to deliver this verdict. Anchor your spirit right now. I'm going to read the decree that changes your reality. Don't ignore this. The algorithm didn't bring you here. It was a Holy Spirit. This is a legal appointment scheduled before the world even existed. You are at the entrance to a new stage. You must stay until the very last second of this transmission. In the next few minutes, I will deliver to you the decree that nullifies any enemy assignment against your life. We are going to conduct a zero commitment audit. I will show you exactly where you won the battle, even when you felt you were losing. Finally, we'll seal this eviction notice with an order that will close the door to your past forever. Don't leave. Your future self commands you to listen to this. Stay here. Every second counts. Let's talk about your current situation. The atmosphere has felt strange for the past 72 hours. It's not just calm, it's oppressive. It's the air before a storm breaks. I know that yesterday you stayed in your car, staring at the steering wheel, unable to move, exhausted to your very bones. Or maybe you woke up at 3 a.m. with your heart racing, searching in the darkness for something you couldn't see. You feel suspended. You're floating in the void between the life you had and the one that was promised to you. Listen carefully. In this void, the enemy has begun to operate. Don't move. Listen to this attentively. He whispers a specific lie in your ear. He tells you that everything is at a standstill because of you. That voice keeps repeating that moment from last week. It reminds you of when you walked away from that person. It points a finger at you for that moment when you refuse to give in. Don't ignore this message. Stay with me until the end, because what comes next reveals the truth behind that attack. Let this sink in. You are not alone. The accuser tells you that you failed. He tells you that because you were tired and stopped trying, you have disqualified yourself and your blessing has been delayed. He is lying. Listen to the command of Scripture in Nahum 1 verse 9. What plots against the Lord? He will utterly destroy it. The affliction will not arise a second time. Listen carefully and don't move. The promise is clear. The affliction will not return. In the original, this means complete annihilation, a total end. God commands that the battle you are fighting today is not allowed to be repeated. Period. The enemy wants to deceive you. He wants you to believe you're in an endless cycle and that, because of your actions, you reset the clock to take another lap through the desert. That's a lie. You're not in a cycle. You're at a conclusion. The heaviness you feel in your bones isn't punishment. It's the weight of finality. It's the tension of what ends forever. Stay here. You're experiencing the tension of a rope stretched to the breaking point. You think walking away was weakness. You think your silence was defeat or your lack of desire to fight was apathy. You're wrong. I'm going to reframe your reality right now. It wasn't a mistake. It was a strategy. That act of doing absolutely nothing was the most violent act of spiritual warfare you have ever committed. Listen carefully. The world is lying to you. It tells you that progress is about running and striving. In the kingdom, spiritual progress is absolute stillness in the face of chaos. What you call surrendering, I call sacred refusal. Sacred refusal occurs when you stop feeding the enemy the reaction he needs. Understand this. The enemy doesn't create energy. He only steals yours. He throws a crisis at you to make you panic. He sends toxic people to make you argue. He delays your blessing to make you desperate and exhausted. If you react, you sign his contract. You agree to play by his rules. But the moment you stopped, you broke the agreement. Stay until the very last second. Don't jump in, because what's coming will reveal the final blow you unknowingly dealt the enemy. Write in the comments. My process ends today to seal this legal decree in your life. The moment you stopped and refused to fight on their terms, you didn't abandon the battle. You did something far more lethal. You starved the enemy. Understand this now. It's not a pretty theory. It's a legal mandate you've misinterpreted for years. Look at Ephesians 6, verse 13. You've heard it 1,000 times. Having done all, stand firm. In common parlance, it sounds passive, as if you're just sitting around waiting for God to show up while doing nothing. But the original translation is forceful. The Greek word is histi. Listen to the power of that word, histi. It doesn't mean wait. It's a military term. It means holding a critical position under heavy fire without yielding an inch. It means establishing an immovable fortress. When a soldier is in position, he's not relaxed. Every muscle is tense. His full attention is on the target. That's what you did when you stayed silent. Don't give up now. Stay with me until the end. Don't close the video. We're about to enter the legal decree that permanently nullifies the enemy. There's a reason you're still here. Listen carefully and don't move. Your senses are on high alert. Standing your ground against the pressure, trying to push you back takes enormous strength. Look at your last few days through this lens. When fear tried to drag you into panic, and you chose to sit back and breathe, that was histi. When they tried to draw you into an argument to steal your peace, and you hung up the phone silently, that wasn't weakness. It was authority. You were holding the line. You established your spiritual dominance by refusing to be swayed by what your eyes saw. You executed the sacred refusal. And because you held that position, the enemy ran out of ammunition. Listen carefully. He threw his best punch at you, expecting you to retreat, but you stood firm. That's why the atmosphere feels heavy right now. It's not defeat. It's the void left by the enemy's retreat. Don't move, and don't skip the video. You're seconds away from understanding why this silence is the sign of your greatest victory. Stay until the very last second. Comment right now, I stand my position. Do this to confirm that your spiritual authority is unshakable. The atmosphere is changing. You passed the test. You didn't conquer a city. You did something more difficult. You refused to surrender your peace. Now, let's show your logical mind that you've already won. Let's run the zero compromise audit. Don't move your body. Move your memory. Look back and scan the last 72 hours of your life. Let's find the evidence of your victory right now. Visualize your timeline from 3 days ago to this very second. Identify the exact moment when the pressure was at its peak. Maybe it was that text message, maybe that unexpected bill, or a wave of depression that hit you out of nowhere. Look at that moment clearly. Now observe what you almost did. You almost sent that angry reply. You almost called that person you shouldn't have. You almost made a decision based on fear. But you didn't. You stopped. Listen carefully. That stop wasn't hesitation, it was power. Stay with me until the end. Don't close the video now. What I'm about to reveal is the real reason the enemy is terrified. You'll keep listening. Look what you did. You stopped. Maybe you just fell asleep, or stared at the wall, or cried. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you didn't compromise. You didn't sign the agreement with the enemy. In that gap between the impulse to react and the decision to remain still lies your victory. That gap is sacred refusal. Take a red seal in your mind right now. Visualize it. The seal says void. In your imagination, place before you that contract of fear of useless effort and a return to the past that the enemy tried to force you to sign this week. See it clearly. Now, stamp that red seal on the paper. Void. Because you didn't react. The contract is worthless. You kept your commitment at zero. That's why the enemy lost all legal right to touch what's coming your way. Don't be fooled. You might think this is too simple, or that not reacting can't be the key to a breakthrough. Maybe you believe you need to take a more active role to win. Don't go away. Every part matters. Listen carefully to what follows, because I'm going to dismantle that lie right now. Stay here. I understand your doubt. It's human to want to earn freedom through hard work, but you have to understand what this means in the real world. When life or death is at stake, theory is enough. You need proof. Listen to this carefully. Sacred refusal protocol. He had nothing left but $12 and a mountain of debt that was suffocating him. He was up against the wall. But he did exactly what I'm telling you to do. He refused to sign the enemy's contract. He refused to panic. He refused to act out of desperation. Stay with me. Don't close the video now. You have to see what happened to her just 72 hours after that decision. It wasn't luck. It was the legal consequence of her silence. Before we continue, stay with me, because her story mirrors what's happening in your life right now. Don't miss what comes next. This man was in a store parking lot. He was looking at his banking app on a broken phone. He had exactly $12.43. He owed money that very night. At that moment of peak stress, his phone vibrated. He was a former business partner. He was offering quick cash, enough to wipe out his debt in one fell swoop. But there was a catch. He had to lie. He had to take an ethical shortcut. It was a gray area. His thumb was on the answer button. His palm sweated on the steering wheel. His logical mind screamed at him to accept. His survival instinct told him he had no choice. But her spirit felt a sting, a knot in her stomach. She knew the truth. It was the enemy offering a false solution to a problem God had allowed. So she did the unthinkable. She didn't negotiate. She didn't write a polite refusal to save face. She simply locked the phone, deleted the message, and threw it onto the passenger seat. He sat in the silence of that car. Listen carefully and don't move. That was his declaration of war. Stay with me until the end, because what happened in the next few minutes will make you understand why your silence today is your greatest financial and spiritual asset. Don't move. Silence. That man drove home with $12. He went to bed hungry. He felt like a failure. But in the spiritual realm, alarm bells were ringing. He had just passed the test of Daniel. You need to understand the legal precedent of what he did, because it's the same one you just set in your life. Look at the pattern in Daniel 1. Daniel is a captive in Babylon. The king offers him the finest meat and the best wine. It's survival. It's human favor. But Daniel knows that accepting it is breaking his covenant with God. He resolved in his heart not to defile himself. He chose vegetables and water. He chose the small in the natural realm to maintain the great in the spiritual. Look at the timeline. He was tested for 10 days. In the end, he was 10 times better than all the experts in the kingdom. Do you see the pattern? First came the rejection of the enemy's contract, then the trial period. Don't close the video now. Listen carefully and don't scroll. You're on day 10 of your trial. The outcome is about to manifest, and it's 10 times greater than you expect. Stay until the very last second. Every word here is necessary. Promotion is the third step. There is no promotion without prior rejection. Your suffering ends tomorrow because you have already completed the rejection phase. You had the world's offer in front of you. You considered the easy way out. You considered the ethical compromise. And you said, no. Go back to the man in the car. He thought he'd miss his chance. He felt like a loser. But exactly 72 hours later, he hit the news. The partner who'd offered him the easy money was under arrest for fraud. His operation was destroyed. If he had said yes, he'd be ruined with them today. His sacred refusal was his protection. That very afternoon, he received a legitimate contract from a forgotten source. A clean contract. A contract worth 10 times the dirty money he rejected. Understand this right now. What you did this week wasn't inactivity. It was war. You were dodging a bullet. By staying silent and refusing to force the door, you avoided a trap that could have cost you years of your life. You passed the Daniel test. Don't move and don't skip the video. What's coming is a legal decree that seals his victory on your account today. Every second counts. Write in the comments, test passed. Do it with authority. It's a legal record in heaven. You rejected the world's offer. That's why your trial period has expired. The 10 days are over. The verdict is in. But listen carefully. We're entering the most dangerous phase of this transition. The enemy knows he can no longer tempt you with compromises. He knows the contract of suffering is void. That's why he's changed his strategy right now. He's no longer trying to stop you. Now he's trying to dislodge you. In the next few hours, a psychological attack will come, designed to pull you away from the blessing you just qualified for. I need to work on your soul right now. There's a secret fear inside you that you haven't told anyone about. It's the real reason this transition feels so violent. You say you want the fighting to end. You pray for progress. You fast for peace. But let's be honest, there's a part of you that's terrified of peace because it only knows how to live in war. Don't move. Don't close the video now. Listen carefully and don't scroll, because I'm going to expose the root of that fear before the enemy uses it to steal what's already yours. Stay until the very last second. You've been in the trenches so long you've forgotten how to live in peace. You've spent years fighting for your sanity, your finances, and your family. Survival mode isn't just a phase anymore. It's who you are. Ask yourself the difficult question right now. Who are you without the struggle? Who are you when you don't have a crisis to resolve or an enemy pursue? That thought terrifies you. To you, peace is suspect. When things calm down, your nervous system doesn't relax. It panics. You think the silence is just a prelude to another tragedy. You're waiting for the worst to happen because you become addicted to the cortisol of battle. Right now, as you stand on the edge of your new season, your spirit tries to cross over, but your flesh pulls you back. Don't move. Don't skip the video. You have to break this addiction to chaos before. You sabotage your own miracle. Stay until the very last second. What's coming will clear everything up. You return to pain because pain is familiar. Freedom, on the other hand, is unknown to you, and that terrifies you. It's the psychology of the Red Sea. The Israelites didn't just fear Pharaoh's army. They feared what would come next. They cried out to Moses, "Weren't there enough graves in Egypt?" Listen carefully. They were begging to return to slavery. Why? Because in Egypt they knew the rules. They knew who they were, even as slaves. Faced with the freedom of the promised land, they experienced an identity crisis. They preferred the familiar hell to the unknown heaven. You're standing in your Red Sea right now. The enemy is coming from behind, and the waters are parting before you. That panic you feel today isn't because you're going to lose. It's because you're about to be free, and you don't know how to act in freedom. The enemy knows this. He knows that legally he can no longer touch you because you passed the test. He knows the contract is void and the blessing has already been released. So here's the twist that will change your week. The enemy is no longer attacking you to destroy you. Listen to this carefully and don't move. Stay until the very last second because the reason for the current attack is something you can't imagine. Understand the difference. The enemy can no longer stop you. Now he tries to dislodge you. Stopping you would mean he has the power to block your blessing. He doesn't. That power was broken when you remained silent. Dislodging you is something else entirely. It means he has to deceive you into willingly abandoning the home God has already given you. Imagine this. You've just been handed the keys and the deed to a mansion. It's legally yours. The enemy can't break down the door or force the lock. He can't steal the document. So what does he do? He stands in the front yard and starts yelling. Throw rocks at the windows. Set off the fire alarm. Create noise, chaos, and extreme fear. Its sole purpose is to overwhelm you so much that you run out the front door and back to your old slave shack. Listen carefully and don't move. Don't close the video now. The chaos you hear outside isn't a sign that you've lost a mansion. It's proof that you already have the keys in your hand. Don't move. Stay until the very last second, because what's coming is the final seal. The noise will stop. Understand this right now. Your anxiety isn't a sign that things are going badly. It's just the enemy's fire alarm. He's trying to make you abandon your position. His only plan is for you to sabotage yourself. He wants you to say, "I can't take it anymore," and give up right now, as the ink of your victory is drying on the legal document. He's betting you'll lose the blessing, because you're uncomfortable living with it. He's betting on your addiction to fighting. He's betting you'll choose the familiar pain of the past over the pressure of your newfound freedom. Don't give him that satisfaction. Don't move. Stay here until the very last second. You're one step away from absolute silence and total victory. Listen carefully and don't skip the video, because I'm going to give you the final order to deactivate that noise once and for all. Everything will become clear in the next few minutes. Write in the comments, "I'm staying in my mansion." Do this to confirm that you won't back down in the face of the noise. You won't take the bait. You'll stay in the house. You'll let the enemy shout in the garden while you sit at the table God has prepared for you. Now that you know his strategy to dislodge you, his tactics have no power over you. Since his sole objective is to get you to leave, he's going to use 7 psychological triggers to force you out. I call them the 7 last gasps. They're the desperate attempt of a defeated enemy to make you surrender in a battle you've already won. You already felt the first 2 this morning. I'm going to name them right now. Listen carefully. When you see them appear in the next few hours, you won't panic. You'll laugh. They aren't random bad days. They're calculated blows. Think of a cornered predator. It knows the end is inevitable, but in its final seconds, it's going to bite with all its fury. Don't move. Stay with me until the end. Don't close the video, because if you know these triggers, the enemy loses their only weapon, the element of surprise. Listen to this calmly. Before you die, the enemy will bite more fiercely than ever. That's what you're experiencing now. He's already lost the war for your soul, so he's trying to win the battle for your attention. He wants you to look at the storm and not at the Savior. He wants you to focus on the noise and not on your victory. We're going to explain their strategy right now. The first death rattle is the memory. It works like clockwork. Within 24 hours of your advance, a ghost from your past will try to enter your present. You decide to move forward, and suddenly your phone vibrates. It's an ex you haven't heard from in months. It's that toxic friend or a relative who only calls to stir up drama. Sometimes it's not a person. It's a vivid reminder of a failure that hits you, paralyzing you with shame. Why is he doing this? He wants to see if you're still emotionally tied to Egypt. He's checking the lock on your soul to see if he still has access. Listen carefully and don't move. Don't open that door. Don't answer. Stay until the very last second. Don't skip the video. Because if you give in to this first breath, you could delay what is already legally yours. Stand firm. The enemy is looking for a key to your emotions. Your only response should be absolute silence. Don't reply. Don't offer explanations. Don't even consider it. Delete the message. Banish that memory right now. You have to prove to the spiritual realm that your old self is dead. The new self doesn't speak the language of the past. Period. The second warning sign is phantom pain. Pay attention. You'll wake up with a sudden heaviness in your body or a headache with no medical cause. You'll be hit by a wave of exhaustion at midday that will make you want to go back to bed. You'll feel sick even though you were perfectly fine yesterday. You think you're weak or your health is failing. You're wrong. This is somatic interference. The enemy is attacking your physical body because it can no longer reach your spirit. It wants you to lie down in defeat and succumb to exhaustion. Don't move. Don't skip the video. Listen to this calmly. Your body is simply reacting to the release of an old oppression. Stay with me until the very last second, because I'm going to give you the legal order for this phantom pain to leave your home today. Don't close the video now. The enemy wants you to say, "I'm too tired to handle this blessing." Don't accept that diagnosis. Don't affirm that weakness. In your mind right now, visualize that heaviness as a dark cloud over your skin. Now say to it, "Let me go." Command your body to align with the victory of your spirit. That pain isn't real. It's a shadow, and shadows have no power unless you believe in them. The third death rattle is a financial shock. This is the most common trap, and the one that catches the most people off guard. Listen carefully. Just before a massive financial windfall, an unexpected expense will arise. Your car will break down. A forgotten bill will arrive. An unforeseen bank charge will appear. The timing is always perfect. It happens when you decide to entrust your finances to God. Why? Because the enemy needs to induce panic and a poverty mindset. He wants you to be afraid. He wants you to clench your hands and make a fist out of fear of not having enough. Don't fall for it. Don't move, and don't close the video. What seems like an expense is actually the last resistance before the flow opens up completely. Stay until the end because I'm going to reveal how to neutralize this economic attack right now. Don't skip a second. If you clench your fists out of fear of scarcity, you won't be able to receive the overflow. Understand this. That unexpected expense is a distraction, a deception. Don't let your heart rate spike. Look at that debt or that bill and mentally label it paid. It's just the enemy trying to tax you on a blessing he can't stop. These first 3 warning signs are external. They're annoying noises, but easy to spot now that you know the drill. But be prepared. The next 4 traps are far more dangerous because they're internal. They don't target your wallet or your phone. They target your subconscious mind. They attack you when you're asleep and defenseless. The 4th trap happened last night, and you probably felt it when you woke up this morning. Don't move. Don't close the video now. What I'm about to reveal about your own thoughts will help you understand why the enemy is so desperate to get inside your head. Stay until the very last second. Say right now, my hands are open. Do this to declare that the fear of scarcity no longer has power over you. You dismissed it as a mere nightmare. Wrong. It was a spiritual invasion designed to plant a seed of doubt before you awoke. The 4th death rattle is the dream attack. Many of you experienced this last night. You went to bed hopeful, but had chaotic dreams. Perhaps you dreamt you were lost, that you were returning to a house where you lived 10 years ago, or that something invisible was chasing you. You woke up exhausted. Instead of rest, you had a cloud of confusion hanging over your head. It's strategic. The enemy knows he can't reach you when you're awake and watching your thoughts. That's why he invades your subconscious. He wants to sow fear before your feet even touch the ground. Don't analyze those dreams. Don't Google their meaning. They're pure spiritual garbage. They're the noises of a loser trying to disturb your peace. Don't move. Don't skip the video. Stay with me until the very last second because I'm going to teach you how to seal your mind before sleep so this invasion ends today. What's coming is the key to getting your rest back. Spiritual garbage. Right now, visualize a delete button in your mind. Look at the confusing images from last night and press delete. They have no power over your day. The 5th death rattle is the pressure of isolation. In the next few hours, you will feel intensely alone. You will look at your inner circle and feel like you're speaking a different language. You will have a desperate need to explain yourself, to make them understand your process. Don't do it. It's a trap. The enemy wants you to cast your pearls before swine. He wants you to exhaust your spiritual energy trying to validate yourself with people who aren't designed to understand you. Accept the isolation. It's not rejection. It's protection. You're in a cocoon stage, and there's only room for one of you. The 6th death rattle is imposter syndrome. That voice that whispers to you, who do you think you are to receive this? It will remind you of your mistakes and your lack of qualifications. It will tell you that you are a fraud and that everyone will find out. This trap is designed to make you reject God's gift. Don't move. Don't close the video now. Listen carefully and don't shift your position. That voice isn't your conscience. It's the enemy's fear of your newfound authority. Stay until the very last second because I'm going to give you the exact answer to silence that lie once and for all. Reject the invitation to self-sabotage. Admit it. It's a lie. You are not qualified by your perfection. You are qualified by your calling. Period. The 7th and final gasp is the most dangerous of all. Premature celebration. The enemy will throw you a small counterfeit. They'll send you a crumb of money or a door barely ajar, hoping you'll settle and stop pushing for full progress. They want you to park on the beach when you're meant to be taking the mountain. Don't celebrate the crumb when God promised you the whole bakery. Acknowledge the small victory, but keep your eyes on the horizon. Now you have the complete strategy manual. You can see the traps on the board, but knowing what not to do is only half the battle. You need to know exactly what to do in these final moments of the transition. Don't move. Don't close the video. We're at the point of no return. Listen carefully and don't shift, because I'm about to give you the execution order for the next 24 hours. The time to observe is over. The time to possess has begun. Stay until the very last second. You're entering the critical 24 hours. You're in the transition zone. You're like a spaceship entering the atmosphere of a new planet. You need to pressurize your structure so you don't explode upon entry. I'm going to give you the airlock protocol. It's your operating system for tomorrow. It consists of 3 internal actions to stabilize your spirit. The first step is mental cleansing. Isaiah 43 is clear. Forget the former things. Many quote this, but no one follows the instruction. You cannot perceive the new if your mind is saturated with the old. The Hebrew word for perceive is yada, to know intimately through experience. Listen carefully. You can't experience tomorrow's victory if you're mentally dwelling on yesterday's failures. You have to empty the tank. Don't move. Don't skip the video. Stay with me until the very last second, because I'm going to tell you how to perform this cleansing right now, so that the atmosphere of the new planet doesn't destroy you, but rather lift you up. Stop dwelling on your defeats. Right now, walk through the corridors of your mind. See the images of your failures and the faces of those who hurt you hanging on the walls. Take them all down, one by one. Leave the walls empty. You are clearing the space for the new design God is sending you. The second step is absolute silence. For the next 24 hours, you will observe a verbal fast regarding your problems. Don't complain. Don't vent. Don't rehash the argument with anyone. Understand this. Your words are coordinates. Every time you speak about the problem, you send your GPS signal to the enemy. Disappear from the radar of negativity right now. Let your silence be your loudest weapon. The third step is the seed of expectation. You can't enter a new season empty-handed. You need an act of faith that bridges the gap between where you are and where you're going. It could be an act of kindness, a prayer for others, or forgiving a debt. Don't move. Don't close the video. We're seconds away from the final activation. Stay until the very last second, because I'm going to tell you exactly how to release that seed so that your entry into the promised land is irreversible. The time for theory is over. Someone owes you something. Forgive them. Do today what your future self would already be doing. Act as if you're already in the blessing. That's the legal signal to the spiritual realm that you trust in the transition. You've identified the traps. You have the airlock protocol activated. Look at your watch right now, or feel the seconds ticking by. The timeline is shifting beneath your feet. The atmosphere is changing. We're at the final crossing point. Listen carefully and don't move. I'm going to show you exactly what will happen tomorrow at this time. The prophetic image is clear. Tomorrow, the noise that tormented you will be a distant memory. Tomorrow, the door that was closed will appear open, not by force, but by decree. Tomorrow, the contract the enemy tried to steal will be replaced by an assignment that requires not your ethical commitment, but your authority. Don't move. Don't close the video. We're one step away from the final decree that seals your entry. Stay until the very last second, because what I'm about to tell you is the closing instruction you can't afford to ignore. This isn't a change of luck. It's a rewriting of your reality. Your logical mind doubts. You wonder how silence can break a years-long curse. Listen to this fact. Months ago, a woman sat down at the table with her family. She was the target of all their ridicule. They attacked her faith, her decisions, and her dreams. For years, her response was the same: to defend herself, to cry, and to storm off. The enemy always won because they stole her peace and degraded her authority. But this time, she heeded the revelation. She didn't open her mouth. She didn't defend herself. She sat in absolute silence as the attacks fell to the ground, finding no target. By not reacting, their power dissolved. That same night, she received a call that changed her career. The silence wasn't weakness. It was a sign that she no longer belonged on that frequency. Don't move. Don't skip the video. We're at the end. Stay until the very last second, because I'm going to give you the final order so that the same victory manifests in your account and in your home before the day is over. The time for victimization is over. Now the time for possession begins. She activated the protocol. She sat down at that table and let the insults fly. Her brother made a sarcastic comment about her lack of money. Her mother accused her of being behind in life. The attack was total. In the past, she would have exploded. Her knuckles were white from gripping the fork so tightly. She wanted to scream the truth in their faces. But she remembered the order. Her words were coordinates for the enemy. So she carried out the radical measure, absolute silence. She didn't defend herself. She didn't run away. She simply took a bite, chewed calmly, and as they spoke, she inwardly blessed them. She visualized each hateful word bouncing off her shield and falling to the ground like dead metal. She didn't give them a single drop of her energy. Listen carefully. That very night, while they were still stuck in their drama, she received confirmation of the contract that would grant her complete independence. Her silence was a key that unlocked the vault. Don't move. We're seconds away from the end. Stay until the very last second, because I'm about to issue the decree that closes your life right now. The noise of others no longer has any power over your destiny. She stood behind a glass wall. Their words rattled against the glass, but they couldn't touch her spirit. The silence became terrifying and unsettling for the others. They tried to provoke her more forcefully, but lacking fuel, the fire died down. She went home with a weight on her chest, thinking nothing had changed. She thought it was just another painful night. She was wrong. The next morning, at the same time, her phone rang. It was her brother, the one who had mocked her the most. He was crying. He said, "I don't know what happened last night, but when I looked at you, I felt ashamed. I saw a strength in you that I'd never seen before." Right then and there, he offered to pay off her credit card debt. That's the power of the transition you're in. When you change your response, you change your timeline. Period. Tomorrow at this time, you will see the fruit of your holy refusal. You will see how the very one who attacked you becomes a vehicle of your blessing. Don't move. Don't close the video. We're in the final minute. Stay until the very last second, because I'm going to seal this message with a command that will make your enemy work for you starting tomorrow. Your rejection is sacred. Look at what Habakkuk 2 verse 3 says. "The vision is yet for an appointed time, but at last it will speak and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it." In Hebrew, to wait is maha. It doesn't mean God is late. It means there's a period of pressure where it seems a promise is doubting you. That's your airlock phase. It's the silence you're in now. But the decree is clear. In the end, the vision will speak. I'm going to give you your future memory. Tomorrow at this time, the silence will be broken. The answer you've been waiting for will speak. The lie that told you were a failure will be exposed as a fraud. You will wake up, and that heavy blanket of anxiety that suffocated you will have disappeared. Don't move. Don't close the video. We're about to enter the final frequency. Stay until the very last second, because I'm going to deliver the sentence that executes this change in your physical reality. What was once pressure will be possession tomorrow. Prepare yourself. The anxiety that suffocated you for weeks will be gone. Tomorrow you'll take a deep breath, and the air will reach the bottom of your lungs for the first time in months. The knot in your stomach will untie. You'll look at your phone and not feel fear. You'll feel anticipation. You will look in the mirror and you will not see a victim. You will see a veteran who survived the war. Because the war is over. The enemy's soldiers are retreating. You remain on the field, not as a prisoner, but as a conqueror with the spoils in your hands. But we're not going to wait around. We're going to seal it. We're going to take this legal decree we've drafted and present it right now in the heavenly courts. Leave the classroom and enter the courtroom. Change your posture. Your body language speaks to your spirit. If you're in a safe place, stand up right now. Don't remain seated. Authority isn't exercise from comfort. It's exercise from a position of command. Stand up and prepare for the final decree. Don't close the video. The seal is placed in the next few seconds. Stop being passive. Stand up. If you're driving, hold the steering wheel firmly. If you're in bed, sit on the edge. Now, we are entering the presence of the King. You don't enter the court with your back bent or your face defeated. You enter with your head held high. You know who your Father is. Place your hand over your heart. Feel that rhythm. It is the drum of a warrior who survived the night. Close your eyes to the physical world and open your spiritual eyes. Picture the courtroom. See the prosecutor standing there with the list of your failures. See the lies he's told about who you are. And now see the bench. See the judge striking the gavel. The court is in session and the verdict is imminent. Don't move. Don't close the video. We're seconds away from the judge delivering the verdict that erases your past and activates your inheritance. Stay until the very last second because the gavel is about to fall in your favor. The verdict is in. We're going to close this chapter of your life for good. Don't give up. Hold your ground. I know your legs are weak and your mind is telling you this is pointless. That voice yelling at you to sit down and check your notifications is the gravity of your old ways trying to drag you down. Ignore it. You are breaking the gravitational pull of your past. We are not simply praying. We are ascending. We are stepping out of the dimension of time and space to enter the dimension of authority. Look at the room you're in. Physically, everything seems the same walls, the same furniture. But in spirit, the ceiling has vanished. There's a pillar of fire connecting your current position directly to the throne room. You're no longer in your bedroom. You're no longer in your car. You're before the supreme tribunal of the universe. Don't move. Don't close the video. The die is cast. Stay until the very last second because what I'm about to declare is a legal decree that the enemy cannot appeal. The change is now. You're no longer in your car. You're on holy ground. The atmosphere thickens. If you feel heat in your hands or a tingling at the back of your neck, don't ignore it. It's the legal pressure change. The angels assigned to your case have just taken their positions. I speak now to the spirit of heaviness that has been sitting on your chest for the past 40 days. I know you are there. I know you have tried to suffocate this chosen one, making him feel like he is drowning on dry land. But your time is up. In the name that is above all names, I command the spirit of heaviness to release itself right now. Exhale. Forcefully expel the air from your lungs. Out! That heaviness cannot remain in the king's presence. And to you, spirit of confusion that clouds his mind and wakes him at 3 o'clock in the morning with racing thoughts. I am giving you the notice to vacate this instant. Leave. Get out of his mind. Get out of his dreams. Get out of his nervous system. Peace is returning to the ship right now. Chosen one, feel your clarity being restored. Don't move. Don't close the video. The cleansing is underway. Stay until the very last second because I'm going to seal this eviction so that nothing that just left can find its way back. The space they left is being filled with pure authority. Feel your feet on the ground. You are rooted. You are not a leaf blowing in the wind. You are a tree planted by the spring. The storm may howl, but you do not move. We stand before the judge. The courtroom is full. A cloud of witnesses watches you from the balcony of heaven. They kept the faith and know that your victory is part of their legacy. They are cheering you on. But the accuser is also here to your left. He holds a record of your mistakes in his hand. He has the exact record of when you fell, when you doubted yourself, and when you lost control in anger. He's ready to read the charges. He wants to argue that you don't deserve what's coming. He wants to convince the court that your past disqualifies you from your future. Don't move. Don't close the video. Keep your head held high and don't look at the accuser. Look at the judge. Stay until the very last second because what is about to happen in this courtroom will silence that liar forever. The verdict doesn't depend on your perfection, but on your position. Listen carefully. The accuser says you don't deserve tomorrow's end. He says your past disqualifies you. He lies. We have a defender who steps forward and places his hand on your shoulder. Feel that weight. It's warm. It's pure authority. The judge looks at the blood on the mercy seat and decrees, "This is mine. The debt is paid. The enemy's record is expunged. It was canceled on the cross and ratified by your holy refusal this week." The judge nods. The gavel is in the air. The stage is set for the decree. We're not asking for permission. We're executing what's already been written. We're going to dismantle the enemy's infrastructure in your life right now. I want you to speak in legal language. If you can, say it out loud. If not, shout it in your spirit. We're going to break the 7 traps, one by one. Open your mouth. Accept the charge. I direct the order to the first trap, memory. To every spirit of the past, every ex-partner, every toxic friend, and every failure that tried to return this week. You are annulled. You lose your legal right to exist in your future. Out of your mind. Out of your timeline. Don't move. Don't close the video. We're breaking the chains in real time. Stay until the very last second, because we're about to demolish the remaining 6 traps. The cleanup is complete. To every spirit that tried to drag this chosen one back to Egypt in the last 24 hours, you have an immediate restraining order. You have no jurisdiction here. The version of this chosen one that you knew is dead. I sever every soul tie right now. I burn every bridge you try to rebuild. I declare the door to the past is closed and sealed in blood. You lost the key. Period. I now turn to the second trap, phantom pain. To the somatic attacks, the heaviness in the chest, the headaches, and the sudden exhaustion. Release your grip. This body is a temple, not a dumping ground for demonic stress. I command your nervous system to regulate itself now. I command your cortisol levels to drop. I speak vitality and strength to these bones. Fatigue is illegal in this house. Don't move. Don't close the video. We're dismantling the enemy's infrastructure piece by piece. Stay until the very last second, because we're going after the financial traps and the subconscious attacks. Victory isn't a possibility. It's an executive decree that will be carried out in the next few seconds. I address the remaining traps, scarcity and final sabotage. To every spirit of limitation that tries to cap your provision, the CAP has been destroyed. I break every contract of poverty and every cycle of loss that plague your ancestors. That lineage of defeat ends today, this very second. To the trap of premature celebration, we won't settle for crumbs. We demand the whole bakery. We take the mountain. The verdict has been signed, sealed, and delivered. The judge's gavel is fallen. Case closed. Chosen one, your 40-day transition is over. Tomorrow, when you awaken, do not seek the enemy who tormented you. You will not find him. His voice has been silenced. His legal right has been nullified. Walk with your back straight. Speak with authority. Own your land. The execution order for the next 24 hours is simple. Remain peaceful and observe. Heaven will take care of the rest. You have passed the airlock test. Welcome to your new reality.